What's happening, cookies? I know it's been quite some time since I posted in the membership space. I hope you can forgive me. I owe y'all some videos, but thank you for sticking by me and being patient as there's so much transition going on. But it is August. Fashion weeks are about to happen. Copenhagen already came and went. Next up is New York Fashion Week from September 6th to the 11th. It's a Friday to the next Wednesday. And then we have Milan, London, Paris, not in that order, but you know what I mean. It's going to be up until October. We're going to be doing some Fashion Week stuff. And I wanted to talk about preparing at least for New York Fashion Week and the ones following after, since Copenhagen is already completed. I wanted to just get in front of the conversation because this week is the best week to get ahead of stuff like this. And also, since we've worked on our media kits and just how we present online, all the things, this is where it really starts to show how that work relates to how you plan and handle your New York Fashion Week, or any of the fashion weeks for that matter, depending on where you are in the world, what you can afford to attend, X, Y, and Z. So I just wanted to go through a couple of things to prepare. Now, at the end of the day, I want to be really honest, myself, even at this level that I'm at, I am not getting invited to the big shows, right? It depends on your relationships. It depends on, the growth you've had. And at the end of the day, brands do have their favorite creators on their list already. So, a lot of times this is a space where we are asking to be invited to certain spaces, which I get annoyed with the concept of asking for invites and not just being invited. But the reality is the world is so big. It's so large. There's so many creators online. You have to make yourself known and visible to these brands for them to even know to invite you to begin with. So, this is where you start making lists. Well, really weeks before, you should be making lists or saving brand information that you really admire that might be having some type of show or presentation during these fashion weeks, and just making note of, who their PR brands are, like if they have an event or something and they tag, let's say, Factory PR for hosting a dinner collaboration that they did with Saks Fifth Avenue or something like that. This is where all that saving of information comes in handy for you to reach out to Factory PR and say, hey, I know you represent XYZ brands. I would love to attend their Fashion Week presentation. If there's room, here's my media kit, here's my information and links to the content that I create. And this is how you kind of connect the dots. So, you want to create lists of brands that you love, and also take notice of the PR companies that they might collab with or do things with, that whenever they have events that they showcase on their stories or online or on their social media, you want to pay attention to those things, because that is where a big part of the information of who you need to contact comes from. Yes, you can Google certain things or find people on LinkedIn, but for the most part, I notice when creators tag different brands when events happen, they'll say, thank you, IKEA, for inviting me, and thank you, Factory PR, for the invite, and they'll tag both of those brands. They may not say thank you, but they might tag both of those brands. And that's where you save that information and say, hey, I know you did something with IKEA earlier this year. I know you're doing something for Fashion Week. I would love to be considered for anything that you have going on, to be in attendance. And it's important too, like if you have content that highlights them, that you tag them in, like if you want to go to La Pointe, right, and you reach out to their people to make an appointment for their presentation or to attend their show, you can send that with your initial email, like, hey, I love the brand, I created content around it, would love to get to know them better. If there's an opportunity to attend the show, I would be very honored. Here's my media kit and pieces of information, my agency information, and X, Y, and Z. Your agency should be pitching you, but I think closed mouths don't get fed. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Sometimes you have to pitch yourself, and it is what it is. I know I will be, even though I have a great agency behind me. I know that there's some brands in there. I'm like, let me see if I can get this and that, because they have so many other people on their roster. Like, you just got to cover yourself. Make sure that no stone goes unturned type of thing. And then again, reach out to the PR companies that are affiliated with them and just let them know that you exist, that you're a fan of their work and what they do for their clients, specifically the ones that you know that they have on their roster. And if there's ever an opportunity to attend anything that they have going on, please to, just keep you in mind. I've even emailed people's customer service. Like if I can't find the PR connection or their social media team email directly, I'll email their customer service and be like, hey, I would love to be connected to your PR team. I'm a creator. I'm looking to do this, or even DM the social media page and see if there's any luck that can come up from finding out who their PR people are. And usually it's like, I don't know, like let's say, Michael Kors at factorypr.com, and that's the team. Whoever has that team email, they'll respond to you. But sometimes you can get it via DM as well. Another thing I wanted to note is do not spend a bunch of money on new clothes if you're attending any of these shows in any of these cities. Take your time and actually just present as yourself. Shop your closet. This is honestly a time during Fashion Week where personal style is the highlight. This is what people are looking for to photograph street fashion. And again, you're going to have your photographers out there that are well known, that are shooting for Vogue, who have their favorite creatives. And they're not really into what I've noticed in the past. They don't really, if they don't know who you are, if they don't recognize you for whatever reason, they're not going to snap your picture. So, this is where your personal style should really scream. And if you want to be photographed, if you want to be included in those publications, everyone's different. It's, it doesn't mean anything if you don't want to be photographed. It doesn't mean anything if you do want to be photographed and put into these publications. But this is where personal style really should be screaming for you. And then there's times where like I'll attend Fashion Week and I'm just like, I'm not getting dressed up. I'm wearing my all black and sneakers, and this is who I am on a regular daily basis in New York City. Like, this is how I'm going to pull up. Sometimes that is enough. I think for me, sometimes it's enough for me to just show up in like all black, and then other times I want to put a little razzle dazzle and put a little heel on, but other times I'm probably going to be wearing flat shoes and just trying to be the most comfortable and cozy as I can be. But try not to spend so much money on new stuff. Seriously, it's a lot of walking, running around, trying to catch this show, this event, trying to link up with different people, taxis, traffic, trains, Uber fees. Like, trust me when I tell you, do not spend so much on the wardrobe aspect, because you will be spending money on transportation, food, and all the other things in between. Another thing that I didn't do the last few seasons that I've always kicked myself in the butt for, and I'm actually reaching out to my people this week, book photographers, book people online, see who's available during that time that's going to be in the city. If they're going to be in areas that you're going to be in, tell them to link up with you, pay them their fee for a quick flick. Make sure you get footage of what you're wearing, especially if you're really into it, if you're really proud of it. But book those photographers ahead and just understand what their schedules are so you could work with them, because everyone is contacting them within their creative database, whether it's the shows, whether it's backstage stuff, whether it's actual creators on the scene, celebrities on the scene, whatever have you. Everyone's going to be booked and busy. So I think the best approach to that part is, hey, listen, Fashion Week is going to be coming up pretty soon. What's your schedule? Where are you going to be at, so I can figure out how to meet you halfway and get this quick flip going so we can both build our portfolio. I'll pay you X, Y. This is where your money has to go to, like food, transportation, photography, or video, okay? Because it's all about the contents, the creatives, the visuals, right? All right now. And what else do I have on my list? Because I feel like these are the things when I think back on these months, I'm like, oh my God, I wish I did that a little bit differently. And just look into the CFDA info, fashion PR brands info, and websites, fashion news information. I'll link all the websites below that I use just to get that bits of information, and the PR companies that I follow. I don't know exactly who all their roster includes, but you can get an idea just from their social media, whoever they tag on their profile grid, right? So I'll link those below. The other thing is, try to use your most comfortable shoes. Yes, stylish. Yes, going with the whole look. Sure, if you want to switch on and off when you get to your destination, that could be an option. But like, try your best to just wear comfortable shoes. These streets are not easy on the feet. There's going to be a lot of standing time in between shows and events and at the events. So be kind to your feet. And if you need, I will be making sure that I have stock of Noir Bud Recover Balm so you can put on your feet before you wear high heels, after you wear high heels, while you sleep, so you can actually gain recovery in your feet, because it is a hard week. I feel like every time I get to the end of a New York Fashion Week, I look at my feet like, you poor things. I am so sorry. Let me book a 90-minute foot massage, because it can get that aggressive with the feet, okay? Wear comfortable shoes. It's like, I feel like we're in the Army and they always say, make sure you have fresh socks so you don't get your socks wet and have to sit in that. And then, like, I don't know what happens when your feet are wet for too long, but apparently that's the thing in the Army, dry socks. And then make sure you have what you need in your purse, like Tide wipes or Tide pens, safety pins, little boobs tape, or the toupee tape that I love, the double-sided sticky tape. What else? Little things of lotion, little hairpins. If you need to, little rubber bands, a little brush. You just want to make sure that you are prepared for anything. Listerine strips, because let me tell you, baby, when we are waiting for shows and you're in that little crowd right before they open up a venue or before they open an event, everyone's pretty close up and personal. People are eating things in between. You don't want to have onion breath while you're talking to the next person trying to get into the show. You want to back up a little bit and just make sure you have a little fresh mint, okay? So just be mindful of how you pack your little bags. Tiny bag energy, as Cassie Thorpe would say, and make sure that you have the things that you need in case something goes wrong, if there's a rip or tear, or if you need a Band-Aid or sorts, right? So just make sure you have one of each thing at least in your little bag so you don't have any problems, okay? And make sure you have a rechargeable unit to your phone, to your camera, all of the above. Charge as much as you can. Get the things that you need to recharge when you're in a jam, okay? Because no one wants to be stranded and you're at the door and you have an invite and then you have no email to show for it because your phone is dead. No one wants to deal with that, and no one wants to deal with having to figure out why this person is standing in front of me with their phone dead talking about the invite and I don't see their name on things and you don't got an email to show me what is going on. You don't want to be that girl or guy in that line. So I hope this helps. I'll link all the stuff down below. And happy pre-Fashion Week planning. I hope to see some of y'all out in these streets, because I know some people are coming to New York, and I think it's going to be, I don't know, like there's a couple of things I have already lined up. I have one show, like two shows so far. I think like 3 events, maybe, I don't know. And it's mid-August. We're not even in September yet, and I'm already getting things in. So this would be the week to get that communication going with the brands, with the potential photographers, all the above. You know what I'm saying? So get to work. Holla at me in the comments. Ask any other questions. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. And I apologize for taking so long to upload something within this space. I got another one coming for you for the style concept as well. And we're going to go live this week as well. So we're going to work this out. We'll be fine. Okay? We'll be fine. Comment below if you need anything. See you later.